Today we are going to discuss about group dynamics. We know that many things are beyond the individual capacities of one person. The situation today is so complex, and a group effort is required in many activities, especially in an organizational context. An individual alone cannot manage an organization. From a layman's context, let's take the example of the construction of a building. If an individual alone is working, it may take years to complete a large building, and practically it is impossible for a single person to construct a building today. But when a group of people are working together, when there is a group effort in the construction of building, that construction becomes very easy. And what is a group? We know that group is a collection of individuals. When two or more people join together to achieve certain common objectives, we can call that collection of individuals as a group. So there should be at least two individuals to call them as a group, and those two or more individuals must jointly work to achieve a common goal or objective. Then we can say such a collection as a group. And groups provide certain benefits. Groups results in better judgments. It results in successful problem solving, and groups offer creative suggestions in task accomplishments, especially when the task is risky. So these are some of the benefits of group working together: better judgments, successful problem solving, and creative and task accomplishment. And a very prominent or important term associated with group dynamics is group synergy. The word synergy. Synergy means the whole is greater than sum of its parts. And group synergy can be expressed, or the concept synergy can be expressed mathematically as 2 plus 2 is equal to 5. We know 2 plus 2 is normally in mathematics 4. But in the context of synergy, the resultant output is more than the total of its parts. 2 plus 2 is not 4, rather it is more than 4 or 5. So the whole is greater than sum of its parts. That means when 4 individuals are working, the collective output of their effort should be greater than the sum of their individual capabilities. That's why we express synergy as 2 plus 2 is equal to 5. And what is group dynamics? Group dynamics is the social process by which people interact face to face in small groups. Such a social process of face to face interaction of people in small groups is called group dynamics. And while creating effective teams of teams or groups, some problems normally occur. And there are two main problems. The first problem is called social loafing or Engelman effect, and the second problem is called groupthink. Social loafing is a tendency for individuals to expend less effort when working collectively than when working individually. So this is a very common tendency of individuals. When they work together in a group, they may put in less effort, expend less effort than working individually. They may think that let the other person work, I shall work less. So such a tendency is a danger for the group, and that tendency is called social loafing. And as a result of social loafing, the graph shows that the performance is less than, the actual performance is less than the expected performance. And when the group size increases, the social loafing also increases. The actual performance goes down than the expected performance. And the next problem is groupthink. And this is a tendency to think alike or lose the ability to critically evaluate alternative points of view. So when a group of individuals work together, there is a danger that they may think alike. They may not come forward to criticize, critically evaluate the decisions they may take. Maybe as a result of fear of group conflicts. But groupthink is a problem that effective teams face. The next is group and individual behavior. Group influence individual behavior very significantly. Formal work groups and informal network are important aspects of an individual's work setting. And both these formal work group and informal networks or informal groups influence an individual's work performance. In other words, we can say groups are social settings that offer a variety of information, expectation, and opportunities that relate to individual need satisfaction. So, in this expression, certain words are very important. Groups are social setting, and that social setting offer variety of information, expectation, and opportunities. And these offerings are related to individual need satisfaction. Group have major influence on individual work attitudes and behavior. So the group to which an individual belongs influences his or her attitudes and behaviors. So groups have a major role to play in the life of an individual. Group involvement offer information, expectation, opportunities that influence individual attitudes and behavior. So the group is offering information. The group involvement is providing expectations. The group involvement gives opportunities. And all these information, expectation, and opportunities influence individual attitudes and behavior. Another importance of groups is that groups are mechanisms through which people learn job skills and knowledge. So that means groups have a very crucial role to play in the acquisition of job skills and knowledge. It is the mechanism through which people learn job skills and knowledge. The relationships among group members assist individual in building ability and acquiring competencies required to do well at their jobs. So that means the involvement in a group is very important or very critical in the job performance of an individual. The relationship among the group members assist individual in building his ability and acquiring various competencies required to perform well at his or her job. In order to call that a group exists in an organization, its members should have the following characteristics or features. The members are motivated to join the group. The members should perceive the group as unified unit of interacting people. So the group members should feel that they are one. And 3, the group members contributes in various amounts to the group processes. All the members must contribute. It may not be in an equal amount. Let it be varied, but there should be a contribution of each member to the group processes. Fourthly, the group members should reach agreement and have disagreement through various forms of interaction. There should be agreement. The members should reach certain agreements, and surely there should be a freedom to disagree with the group. They reach agreement and have disagreement through various forms of interaction. Then we can say a group exists in an organization. Now let's see different types of groups. There are prominently 2 types of groups. One is called a formal group and the other one is called informal group. Let's see the formal group. Formal group is the one that is deliberately created to perform a specific task. So there is a deliberate creation of the group by the management or the hierarchy, we can say, and that creation is for performing a particular task. And in formal groups, hierarchy of authority exists with specified member roles and regulations. Each member has a particular role to play, and there are certain regulations that govern their interactions. And there is a hierarchy of authority. Who is the topmost authority? What is the next level of authority? And who are the subordinates of each leader, etc. will be decided in the case of formal group. And a very typical formal group is called a command group. And it is one of the most frequent type of formal group, which comprises a supervisor and his subordinates. So a command group is a group that comprises supervisor and his subordinates, which is very common type of formal group. And the next type of group is called informal group, and it is also called a clique, and it is an alliance that is neither formally structured nor organizationally determined. So that is a very important feature of informal group. Informal groups are neither formally structured nor organizationally determined. It is not constructed or created by the organizational hierarchy. Rather, it is evolved. It evolves. And there are different types of cliques. One is called horizontal clique. And horizontal clique is a collection of people of similar rank from same work. People of similar rank. For example, the supervisors from production department. They form an informal group. So then that is called a horizontal clique. Then the other one is called vertical clique. And in vertical clique, people from different hierarchic levels within the same department. For example, the general manager of production department, assistant general manager of production department, the manager production department, supervisor production department, and worker from production department. If they come together as an informal get together, it is called a vertical clique, because there are people from different hierarchic levels. Then the third informal group is called random clique, and people from various departments, locations and hierarchic levels come together to form a clique, and that clique or informal group is called a random clique. For example, people from various departments, marketing, production, finance, and who belong to different authority levels or hierarchic levels and who work in different locations, they come together, and that informal group is called a random clique. Then the other group is called a membership group. Membership group is the group to which the individual actually belongs. For example, a manager in marketing department, he actually belongs to marketing department. So he is a member of that marketing team. So his membership group is marketing. So group to which an individual actually belongs is called a membership group. Then the other one is called a reference group, and that is the group to which the individual like to belong. For example, the manager in the marketing department may like to be part of the finance department. Then finance department is his reference group, and his membership group is the marketing. So reference group is the group to which the individual like to belong. Then the other one is open and closed groups. Open groups are groups which are in a constant state of changing. Continuously new people come, older people go out. So such a constantly changing group is called open group. Closed groups are groups which are quite stable, and in closed groups new members rarely join and older members stay there, they don't leave the group. So such groups are called closed groups. Then the other one is called in-group and out-group. In-group is a group to which one belongs, and out-group is a group to which one does not belong. So in-group is almost similar to that of membership group. For example, the accountant, for an accountant, is his in-group is the accounting department because he belongs to accounting department, and his out-group is maybe the marketing group or the HR group is his out-groups because he is not belonging to those groups. So in-group is the group to which one belongs, and the out-group is a group to which one does not belong. Then thinking about the group formation, there are different theories that explains the concept of group formation, the balance theory of group formation. And this theory says persons are attracted to one another on the basis of similar attitude towards commonly relevant object and goals. So people come together on the basis of the attraction based on similar attitude. So the similarity of attitude, and as a result of that similarity of attitude, people are attracted each other and they form a group. That is called a balance theory. And if an imbalance occurs, maybe when the attitudes change, an attempt is made to restore balance. If the balance cannot be restored, the relationship is dissolved or broken. So when an imbalance is occurred, initially there will be an attempt to restore the imbalance, and if restoring balance is impossible, then that relationship is broken or dissolves. A group can be expected to work hard on its task, and members of that group are likely to be satisfied with their work when the following conditions are fulfilled. The group task requires members to use a variety of relatively high-level skills. When the task demands its members to use their high levels of skills, people will be satisfied as members of the team or group. And the group task is a whole and meaningful piece of work with a visual outcome. People will be satisfied when the task has a visual outcome, an outcome that is visible to all the members. 3. The outcomes of the group's work on the task have significant consequences for other people, inside and outside. That means the results of the performance of the group members significantly influences or have significant consequences for the members inside and outside the group. Then people may be satisfied and they can be expected to work hard. The task provides group members with substantial autonomy for deciding about how they do the work. People will work hard and they will be satisfied when the group members are provided with freedom to decide their work. Fifth point, work on the task generates regular trustworthy feedback about how well the group is performing. When they are getting very trustworthy, reliable feedback about the performance of the group, then they may work hard and the group members may be satisfied. Then the next is, why do people join groups? Initially, we had discussed about a balance theory of group formation. Along with the balance theory, in all the cases, surely there is a element of balance theory. The other reasons for people to join groups. Different groups offer different attractions and benefits to their members. And the first reason is proximity, interaction, and influence. Proximity is the nearness. And when people are near to each other, naturally there will be more interactions. And increased interactions will result in increased influence. And when the influence increases, naturally there is a tendency to form a group. So when two people are close to each other, naturally they may interact more, and that interaction will result in increased influence. And as a result of that increased influence, people may join or form a group. So that is called proximity, interaction, and influence. Proximity leads to increased interactions, and increased interactions leads to increased influence. Then the second reason is security. So the individuals feel stronger when they are part of a group. They feel that they are stronger when they act as members of a group than when they are alone or they are not part of any group. Then the third reason is esteem. Opportunities for recognition and praise for members of high status groups. As part of a group, its members feel that they get more status or esteem. And in order to enjoy that esteem, people join groups. Affiliation. Affiliation, the company of other people who possess the same interest, compel people or induce people to join groups. And the fifth one is power. People enjoy much greater power collectively than they do as individuals. They feel that they are more powerful when they are together. Sixth one is identity. Group membership contributes to the individual's external quest for who am I. Groups are offering an identity to the individual. It gives an answer to the question, who am I? So as a result of the identity that one gets out of a group membership, people join that group. We try to understand ourselves through the behavior of others towards us. And that is also part of identity. And that is a very important reason for joining groups. Seventh one is huddling. Huddling is an informal get-together of executives to discuss work-related issues. So there is no much personal motives behind the get-together. Rather, it is to discuss work-related issues. Such an informal get-together of executives to discuss work-related issues is called huddling. And huddling enables executives to deal with emerging matters and minimize the amount of surprise. So huddling offers certain benefits to the executives or to the members on their job. And the eighth one is functions of groups. Groups fulfill a wide range of functions both for their members and for the larger organization. And based on the function of the group, people join different groups. So these are the different reasons for people joining groups. Then the next topic is stages of group development or stages of team development. The group formation goes through different stages of development. Initially, when people come together, they are just strangers. And finally, through various forms of interaction, they may become the members of a well coordinated, cohesive unit. So this is called a group development. From strangers to a unit of cohesive and well coordinated team members is called a group development or team development. And there are some stages. The first stage is called a forming stage. And the forming stage is the first stage in group development, and it is characterized by much uncertainty. People are strange to each other. So they don't know the nature, the character, or the performance, the capability of the other individuals. So there is much uncertainty in the group. And after forming stage, and another stage emerges that is called storming. And this is the second stage in group development, characterized by intra-group conflict. That means in the second stage there will be intra-group conflict. People may find it difficult to accept the other member of the group. So they may disagree with them. They may not approve the opinion of another individual. So there may be intra-group conflict. There may be conflict within the group. So such a stage is called a storming stage. And the third stage is called norming stage. The third stage in group development, characterized by close relationships and cohesiveness. The strangers have gone through various conflict, and as a result of conflicts and interactions, now people are aware of each other. They know the nature of each individual in the group. They know the behavior. They know the strengths and weaknesses of each individual. So the leaders may emerge. So this stage is characterized by close relationships and cohesiveness. That is called a norming stage. And the fourth stage is called performing stage. And this is possible when the group is fully functional. The group is functioning to the maximum level because there is cohesiveness, there is understanding, there is collaboration among the members. They understand the capacities, they understand the weaknesses, they are able to get along with other people. So they have started to perform. So that is called the performing stage, which is the fourth stage. Finally, the last stage, adjourning stage. The final stage in group development for temporary groups, characterized by concern with wrapping up activities rather than task performance. So there the group is thinking about wrapping up, winding up their activities. So that's such a stage is called adjourning stage. They are getting ready to say goodbye to other members because they are going to separate from each other. So that stage is called adjourning stage. So the 5 stages: forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. So the pre-stage, people are in different locations, in different directions, and in the stage 1 forming, they come together in a particular organization. Then storming, conflict within the group. They are not ready to accept each other. And in stage 3, norming, a leader emerges. Cohesiveness happens in the group. And stage 4, performing. And stage 5, adjourning. That's all today. Thank you.